What is going on, guys? NWABA here, back again on Saturday. We get a nice 8-game slate here tonight. I got it broken down for you with my money six of my favorite plays on the board. Yesterday, we saw some great play from my boy NIKOLA Jokic. The guy went absolutely off. He went over like 60 to 70 DraftKings points. I forget how much he got, but the guy just went insane. So that was really good to see. DURANT Fox played pretty well. Belikia played pretty well. Terry Rozier played pretty well. Trae Young, a little bit disappointing. He was playing well, but that game was an absolute blowout, so he only saw like 23 minutes. And then Donovan Mitchell he wasn't as active on the offensive end due to Joe Ingles catching fire in that game against the Celtics. So it could have been, honestly, a much better night. But still, the plays with Jokic, Fox, and Belikia, Rozier were pretty solid to get it done. But with my giveaway, the winner was Joel Embiid. He had the most points out of everyone on the slate. And I already contacted the guy about winning. His name is Prodim Gosh. He was the first person to guess Joel Embiid. So congrats to him. I'll be having some more giveaways like that. Maybe kind of switch it up how I do it, because it's a little bit tough to do. Like if the first person that guesses the top kind of salary guy and he wins, it kind of doesn't make it as exciting. So maybe I'll switch it up in the future, but definitely keep it locked here if you want to continue to get these giveaways and stuff like that. So before we get going, be sure to drop a like in the video and subscribe if you haven't already to get this fire the remainder of the NFL season. Let's get into it though. Kevin Durant, not much to it. We got Steph Curry and Draymond Green both out of this game, so that means a lot more opportunity of stats for KD in a game like this against the Brooklyn Nets, and will probably be playing a lot of minutes as well. So Brooklyn, they're no slouch. They have a solid little team, and I think they could keep up with the Warriors, honestly, in this game. With them without Steph Curry and Draymond Green. And like I said, without Draymond Green, like KD was averaging almost like 10 rebounds a game, it seemed like last year when Draymond Green was out. And also the assist total could go up with Steph Curry out. So he could flirt with a triple-double in this game. His usage rate was really high last game without Draymond Green, and then Steph Curry out a few minutes when he was still on the court. So at 10,700, the price could scare some people away, but KD has 60-plus upside in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then we're going to go with De'Aaron Fox. Not much to it. This game is going to be extremely fast-paced, so that benefits a guy like Fox, who is as fast as lightning. The guy's been playing out of his mind this year, and also he's a little bit of a rivalry with him and Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball might be out for tonight, but if Lonzo Ball is playing, then you know that De'Aaron Fox is going to be going balls to the wall to have a huge night against them, so he could be even more active on the offensive end. I'm kind of hoping Lonzo Ball does play, just so De'Aaron Fox could have a great night here. I could see him easily getting a double-double again. His passing has been extremely good. He's been driving and kicking it to wide-open guys time and time again. So at 7,100, I think he can get over 40 DraftKings points, honestly, in this game. The Lakers have been one of the worst defensive teams that I've watched this year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. And then we're going to go with Dennis Schroeder. With Russell Westbrook out for tonight, it looks like that's what one guy announced. It could change. Maybe keep an eye on it, but I'm guessing he's out. So that means Schroeder, another night where he's going to be very active in the offensive end. His rebound total has been pretty solid every time that Westbrook has been out. Not the first... was that the first couple? Actually, they played a few games before that. But I know that he was getting a few more rebounds without Westbrook. We saw the last two games, 6 and 7 rebounds, and those last two without Westbrook. And it was a tough matchup against Houston. Chris Paul can play some tough defense, but now going against Dennis Smith Jr., it's really one of the best ways to attack this Dallas defense. Their guard defense is not very good. Dennis Smith Jr. has been kind of criticized for his bad defense, especially last year. It's kind of early to tell if he's picked it up in that regard, but they've still been struggling a little bit against guards. So I think Dennis Schroeder could have another active night here. Only put up 12 shots because that game kind of was a blowout there against the Rockets. But in this game, it should stay a little bit closer against Dallas. They are pretty competitive, even though their record doesn't say that. They have some solid pieces with the rookie there, Barnes, Wesley Matthews, DeAndre Jordan. They have a nice little team. So I think this game could stay close, and Schroeder could get us around over 35 DraftKings points again in this game, in a close, competitive game with with not great defense against point guards. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. And for my third guy, CLINT CAPELA, he just seems a little bit cheap here at 6,500. On paper, it's not a great matchup, but San Antonio, their defense is not the same defense as we come to know this year. Like we saw Hassan Whiteside absolutely demolish them the other night, and CLINT CAPELA is a very similar player to Whiteside. He's very active on the offensive glass and just glass in general. He can easily get a double-double in any single game, and he's just too athletic for LaMarcus Aldridge. When I was watching the Spurs of the night, Aldridge just looked really slow. I know he's getting up there in age, but he just looked not very good to me. So I think CLINT CAPELA, with his athletic ability, could definitely take advantage of that matchup there if they put Aldridge at the center again, which he probably will be playing. So at 6,500, he can easily have the huge upside game as we saw him have a couple times earlier this year, even with James Harden in the lineup. Like he was dropping over 40 DraftKings points. And normally when he's playing against another big man like LaMarcus Aldridge, he'll get a few extra minutes, and his minutes have been pretty damn solid this year. He's gotten over 30 minutes almost every single game. So at 6,500, he has that huge rebounding and just also shot blocking ability. So at 6,500, think he can honestly get around 40 DraftKings points. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fourth guy. Then we're going to go with COLLIN Sexton. He was kind of criticized in the media, saying that they don't know if he knows how to play basketball. But against OKC last game, he looked really solid. He kind of reminds me of De'Aaron Fox a little bit. Just a fast guy that kind of can get to the hoop pretty easily. He's obviously, I don't think he's as fast, but just a similar style of player. So in this matchup against Chicago, they have really bad defense against guards. I mean, Cameron Payne is not a good defender. Zach LaVine is not a good defender. So like anyone they put on him is going to struggle, I think, against Sexton. And also their rim protection is not great. I was watching a few clips of Jabari Parker trying to play some help defense, and he literally didn't do anything. So if Sexton could get in the lane, he could score at a will in this game. I think he'd get around 15 to 20 points again here. And honestly, he should see some positive regression a little bit. More ability with the rebounding and assist totals. I mean, he played 40 minutes last game, and he only had 2 rebounds and 1 assist. That seems a little bit unlucky. Jordan Clarkson almost got a triple-double, so I think that will come back to the mean a little bit. Like in some of these other games, he was able to get a good amount of assists and rebounds, even though he was only playing around 20 minutes. So with him getting over 30 minutes probably again in this game, they got to play their rookie. Just a really good spot for him to score a little bit and see some more luck with the rebounds and assists. And I think he can get over 25 DraftKings points. The return 5 times value. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy of the core 5. And for a really cheap guy, this could be a little bit risky, but David NWABA here. We got Sexton, Sam Decker out. C.D. Osman, that's the other guy I'm thinking of. Those two guys are both out of this game, which clears up some space for the forward positions. I mean, those are their 2 starting guys at small forward and power forward, and Kevin Love is out too. So 3 guys that were taking up the roles of the forwards, and Dave NWABA is the clear backup for those players. So I think NWABA could see some extra run here in this game. Honestly, he's kind of an underrated player. He reminds me of Josh Hart a little bit, how he's just very active everywhere. He's a good rebounder, and when he played last year for good minutes, like he was putting up a good amount of DraftKings points because he can fill it up in almost every single category. He can rebound, he can score a little bit. And going against Chicago, like I said, their defense is really suspect. So if NWABA can just get around over 20 minutes here in this game, I think he can return value at 3,000. This is a little bit of a revenge game. He played for Chicago last year. They let him go. So NWABA got to show him what they're missing this year. And this game, like I said, underrated player. And with the minutes just clearing up, everyone just falling like flies in front of him, I think he can have a solid game. I mean, there is some risk, like I said, if the Cavs want to get cute and just not play him again for whatever reason. But the coach even came out and said that he's going to be getting some more run with the Sam Decker injury. And that was before C.D. Osman went down. So it just makes too much sense for him to play here in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. And that just clears up so much salary. Like, even if he kind of blows up in our face and he only gets to 12 DraftKings points, we're still clearing up so much salary for these other guys to return good value. So A lot of value in the slate, and there's still some injuries to track here as well. Like I mentioned with Lonzo Ball, he's questionable, and also a big one for me is NIKOLA and MIROTIC. If he misses this game, I think Julius Randle is a tremendous play at only, I think he's 6,200 here against a bad Phoenix defense. Like, he could absolutely crush in that spot. Whenever he's been playing, like, over 25 minutes, he's been going off. Especially without Anthony Davis, but still without MIROTIC, like, he could see a couple more looks, and the guy's been playing out of his mind this year every time he's gotten the ball when I've watched, and just looking at his stats, like, I feel like he's not missing any shots that he's taken. Let's just see real quick how good he's been doing. Over 50% at home and over 60%. So yeah, shooting 56% from the field. The guy's been killing it this year. If he can just get a few extra minutes with MIROTIC out, he's just too good of a player. So those are the money six out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did, and subscribe, like I said, if you want to continue to get these NBA plays the remainder of the season. And also, I uploaded my NFL DFS picks for the week a few days ago, so definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to win some money in NFL this week as well. So good luck, and we'll see you back here again next time.